Before I begin, I would like to apologise for the lack of new and interesting videos on my profile recently. This is partially due to the fact that most people don't appreciate a work of art when they see one, and also partly because I've been lacking ideas which wouldn't result in my video being removed and my account being deleted within the first 5 minutes. Anyway, enough of this, let's get straight to the point. How to win an argument. Winning an argument on the internet is a little different to doing so in real life, mainly because it's online. You're limited to just the keyboard, but on the plus side you won't get punched in the face by a victim of your online spew of abuse. These limitations automatically bring about some new rules into the fray, and I suggest that you get used to them, as there's nothing you can do about it other than hoping that they're stupid enough to accept virusofdoom.exe over MSN. Ready? Tough, I'm starting whether you like it or not. Oh sorry, am I talking too quickly? Okay, I'll slow down just for you. Part 1. Don't care. It sounds obvious, but if you don't care, you won't be able to lose an argument. Simple as that. If somebody starts one with you, then they're obviously angry about something. Keep it that way. As soon as you begin to care, the balance of power shifts and your chances of winning decrease dramatically. Just think, the reason for an argument is to win. Imagine arguing with something that doesn't care, such as a wall. You can't win as there's nothing to argue with. You could, of course, go one step further and enjoy arguing, which brings me on to Part 2. Karma. Although I have tried really hard not to get distracted, I can't help but bring karma into this. For those of you unaware of the concept, karma balances everything out, and if you're happy now, you'll be unhappy later. This applies to pretty much everything in life, including relationships, clans, and nights out. If you think of it as a graph, imagine average happiness being the straight line in the middle, and the oscillating wave showing the fluctuations in current state, with the good and bad bits cancelling each other out. What's this got to do with arguments, you might ask? Well, I'm going to exploit karma and think of an argument as having a neutral outcome whereby the sum of the people arguing's emotions cancel each other out. If you didn't get a word of that, just remember that the happier you are, the less happy the other person is. Does it work? Yes, if you think it does. It's all psychological, remember. Those people on the internet aren't real people after all. I mean, how many real people are stupid enough not to read a description of a video before commenting on it? Okay, I'm getting distracted again. On to Part 3. Turn to your advantage.
If you start an argument,
you already have the upper hand in that you simply don't care and nothing will happen. If you're the one starting an argument, probably because they lost to you before and decided to place your head on pictures you rather they didn't, I suggest super harsh tactics to get them to argue. Perhaps you start talking to them and act really friendly. When they trust you and seem like they really regret doing horrible things to you, you can suddenly say something really horrible to them. This will catch them totally off guard and will make them angry because of it. Yeah, it's really horrible to do it to them, but remember that they'd only do the same to you if they had the chance. Especially now. Just make sure that you choose the right moment before you suddenly diss their parents or say something which will get them really angry. Part 4. Get into their head. No, this isn't anything to do with physical violence, but merely a tactic which involves thinking as they do. As I said before, it's difficult attempting to be as stupid as most of the people you'll encounter in the strange world of internet, but bear with me. Imagine how you would feel if somebody used your argument against you. How would you feel? How would you react? A good comeback always proves a point, makes them either underestimate or overestimate your strength, and makes them feel stupid for any counter-argument they can conjure up. And it feels so good when you fire one of those golden comments at them in the face. Part 5. Act stupid. You may be greeted with ha 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 noob or something, but simply take that as a sign that they're angry and have to resort to typing out laughing noises via the internet. When the other person is really passionate in an argument, stringing together paragraphs of fantastic arguments you can't possibly compete with, a short, simple comment will send the ball back into their court, wasting their time and their A-grade 2-page long argument. You may feel childish and immature, but saying something like, "That's what your mum said last night," or "What does," insert word they used against you here, mean, breaks the flow of the conversation, knocks them off guard, and makes them have to resort to something equally immature if they want to win. And if they care enough to do something like that to you, just don't care and they'll eventually go insane. Part 6. Weaknesses. Understanding their weaknesses is obviously important, and finding one will strengthen your position to win, but your weaknesses are even more important to understand. I'd say that I'm stubborn and can't let an argument go, so if I'm unfortunate to meet another person like that, I could literally spend all day battling it out on Xfire or MSN. Of course, don't ever tell anybody your weaknesses, as that would just be stupid. You could, of course, use your weaknesses to your advantage, possibly generating fake ones for them to discover and attempt to break through. Pretend to be really upset if they diss somebody in your family, or pretend that you're a 3-foot-tall sales assistant. The stupider the better. Watching them trying to use it against you will make you feel super manly and clever for leading them down a dead end, especially at the end when you show them photo evidence that what you said isn't true. Okay, that's a bit risky. Simply saying, "Actually I lied about that," should be enough. I mean, if they don't believe your confession, then they're obviously stupid and you can laugh about it. Part 7. Winning an argument. This is satisfying. Ways of telling that you've won are if they say that their friends are going to hack your PC, or if they start spamming your PC with a flood of identical messages. For this I suggest going off for juggling practice for half an hour or so. When you come back, they'll probably have given up and said something along the lines of, "Ha ha, I win," before going offline and blocking you. It may be tempting to go after them, to tell them that they haven't won. Don't. Remember, they want you to do that. Simply tell your friends about what happened, and remember that they're actually sitting in their room right now thinking at ways of killing you. Well done, you have survived an argument and can save the conversation in Notepad for future reference. Part 8. Losing an argument. Ouch. Obviously this is going to happen sometime, especially if you were the one starting the argument. If you hadn't started it, then I suggest jotting down some notes from this video for next time. Either way, a problem shared is a problem halved, or something like that, and loads of people have been in the same situation. I feel for you if you have lost the battle, but remember, you have a lifetime of achievements to fulfill, whilst they're just going to spend their life on their PC making YouTube videos about how to win arguments. Which position would you rather be in?